pretending, he's pretending, he's pretending. Done? You got it? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, come on. Prove it here. Yeah, you're here in the middle of it. Okay. All right.
Any camera?
Same over that one. Stop camera.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
All right, everybody. All right.
All right, thank you. See ya. Is that wrong to say?
All right. Let's see, sir.
Sorry we're late, but why are we late? Yeah, we're late. These guys have been here for 2 days waiting for you. I came here yesterday, you weren't here. I said, come back tomorrow, ladies.
They wound up having a Q&A with me?
I know it. You're getting a lot of laughs, which makes me mad.
You know who I am, they know. I'm a psychology professor. I write on the psychology of heroes. I did a Q&A on Batman the other day.
Cool.
And we didn't get to the question part, so I wanted me to have questions. Now it's your turn.
All right, good. Any questions about Batman?
Well, if you want to.
Does anybody know how to turn this on?
Yeah, it always works for me. Yeah. You don't need a microphone. You have the microphone.
They all ran away. I need the microphone.
We're good. We're all good. Everybody can hear me.
Everybody.
All right. Thank you. All right, here we are.
Try getting it.
Before I get to him, I want to ask just a couple of questions.
Go ahead, ask me.
Who are your heroes?
Hitting the microphone. Here, right here is one of my heroes.
This guy here, Stockwell.
Before you met these guys, when you were kids, who were your heroes?
I didn't have it.
Okay.
You didn't have it?
I didn't have it. Really? Have it.
I was always partial to your mom. I thought your mom. Moms can be heroes. Moms are heroes.
How many of you out there came to the 5 captains panel? Scott did another job after Quantum Leap Star Trek, and they had a panel about the 5 captains meeting yesterday with Shatner and a few of the others. All of the others, actually. Was that the first time all 5 had been together?
First time. First time in Philly. First time. You weren't invited. You weren't a captain. You were but you were an admiral. So that really, there needs to be an admiral show. You can do it with Nimoy and all the other admirals.
When he appeared on the show, my son was so disappointed that you didn't say "oh boy" at the sight of him.
I didn't say oh boy where?
At the sight of him when he showed up on the Star Trek.
Oh, we thought about that. I said oh boy on Chuck, so.
Woo, Chuck!
We've got a few people here who would like to talk to you. They've been waiting a long time to meet. I'm sure a few will ask a particular question. Your interpretation of the final episode, so it's got to be here somewhere. Online they were throwing this at me. So let's start with that one. Then in case 3 of them have that in mind, they can think of another question. Because it will be out there.
You interpret the last episode.
Me?
Come on.
I don't know, that's just Don Osario's fantasy. It's his show. He decided to end it that way, and he didn't tell anybody what he meant by it. I'm saying, Don, what the hell's going on here? Oh, I said, okay, fine. I'm going to go find another job. Be sincere, will you?
I'm trying. It's too damn funny. That's a good question. People are upset about that sometimes, but.
Yeah, we get that question.
It's like you never went home. He got his wife back.
It's a great, I'll briefly say, again, Don wrote an episode. We didn't know it was going to be the last episode, so you have to just know that going in. And if the next time you watch it, you understand that he didn't know that. And he had to allow for the possibilities that we would be renewed, the possibilities of when they used to make movies of the week, that we would have those following, or the possibility of a featured film, which leads us to the next question. We don't know. So we saved out until the line is empty. There are no more questions in the line.
Thank you.
I did.
Watch it. Okay.
That's it.
So that's it. So we answered those questions, and I guess,
I think I had no problem. People were complaining about the last episode being why did it end that way. I think I had no problem with leave ending.
no.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay.
My first question, well, first of all, I want to thank you both for coming. I've been watching your
You're welcome.
episodes on DVD for years. It's awesome. I just want to say, my one question is, would you want a Ziggy in your own life to tell you what's going on?
Would I want a Ziggy?
Like a computer. Do you have one?
He's got one. He stole Ziggy.
Oh, it's still.
Ziggy is his. Well, isn't Siri the same thing as Ziggy kind of? Right? Ask Siri. You know, it's on the iPhone thing. I don't have one. You know how technically
I
savvy
just
I
don't know
am.
what it is. Never heard of it.
We'll have someone explain it to you.
Oh, please.
See, you're already revealing your age because you watch the show on DVD as opposed to Laserdisc or tape. Or 3/4-inch tape or live when you had to watch the commercial.
And I don't get to watch it with all of the original music. Like particularly the Georgia on My Mind, very critical music.
No, please. That's Universal cheaped out on the music, so the first season is great, and then after that, it's just elevator music, and I just hate it so much. But anyway, I guess somebody wrote the elevator music and is making money off that, so that's good.
My follow-up question is, what is your favorite episode?
Mine's always The Leap Home, I would say. That's my #1 favorite, and it's very hard to pick a favorite, but that's definitely, that's
For
one.
me, it was the pilot. That was kickstarting the whole thing.
And the pilot's where he taught me everything I know. He said, watch this, watch and learn, kid.
It was tough.
I've got my cheat sheet here because I'm a little bit starstruck, but Mr. Stockwell, did you have any input on your wardrobe?
Not really.
Put you in?
That was Don Belsorio's idea, and he even hired a costume guy just for my costume. Jean-Pierre,
Jean-Pierre, you're just for your costume. You sat around all day and waited for you to get busy?
But I loved it. I loved it.
I do too. And another costume question. I know, Mr. Bakula, you played women, you played all sorts of different characters. How was it? What kind of research did you have to do to be able to, I mean, even walk in high heels and stuff like that? And make it come off so convincing.
Eddie Murphy and I used to walk Santa Monica Boulevard late. You know, the good thing was I wasn't ever supposed to be good at it, so I achieved that very naturally. That's and I didn't have to ever dance backwards in them, I don't think. So, you know, Jean-Pierre Dorliac made my dresses.
Dress?
And he hated it. He hated it. They made these beautiful, you know, the first episode when I was the secretary in the 60s, you know, at the auto plant. And he got these beautiful jackets and little hats and everything. And then I would put them on. And it almost would make him cry. All the work and the lovely, and then I put them on. You know, the hairy chest and everything. He hated it so much. But he did a brilliant job. And it's astounding to me, whenever you're wondering about awards and things like that, the fact that he never won an Emmy for designing the wardrobe on our show blows my mind. As much as, I mean, there were a lot of things but so it always puts award shows into perspective for me when I think about that, because he was genius on our show. And no time, no money, and it was, you know, the scripts came in late and he would just pull stuff out that was, that was genius. We did little movies, little period movies every 8 or 10 days. And we never went out naked except when I was in the diaper for a whole episode. That's when the money was running out.
The young man behind you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I both met you yesterday.
Yes, you did, and I remember you.
Yes. I have 3 questions. And
We've got a whole line full of people behind you.
okay, I'll just ask.
Yeah.
Well, it's so great to see you both here.
Thank you.
My first question is, what's your favorite gadget on the on Quantum Leap that you ever used?
What's the what?
Your favorite gadget? Like,
Gadget? Oh, I had a gadget all the time.
It's a working gadget.
Yes, he was never able to work his gadget.
my second question is, if any of you could write an episode, where and who would you be?
That's a good question.
Well, I'll let you do the writing.
We had talked about, there were a lot of episodes that we didn't get to do, obviously. The ones that were coming up, when they wanted to do an animated episode, I'll just tell you a couple of those, which would have been fun to do, that I leaped into an animated, into a cartoon of some sort. And they also wanted to do, which would have been fun, because then he would have had to, I guess, be animated also in the more animated if it was possible. And then we were going to do an episode where I played a baby. So that was coming up, and that would have been, I think, pretty much fun to do. We got to do so much great stuff.
Spanking the baby would have
But those are good questions.
My last one is for you, Scott. What was your favorite person / animal to be in?
Ironically, I did love that chimpanzee episode. It was painful, but I loved what the episode was about in terms of animal cruelty and looking at that.
And he likes scratching himself.
And I liked and I really liked the female chimpanzee I was playing up. She was a doll.
All your grown-ups behind him, we've got 15 minutes time. If you have a follow-up question, go to the end of the line and hope. One question.
Hi there. Sorry couldn't be here yesterday. My question, Mr. Bakula, what were you and the rest of the cast's feelings with the last episode of Enterprise showing up more via Will Riker, Jenna Troy show than having to do with the real cast?
This is called Quantum Leap. Why the final episode of Enterprise? Why it had to do more with people who weren't in the Enterprise cast?
What were your feelings about that?
Again, this goes back to Dean's answer. I wasn't consulted about that. It was written. We were unhappy that the show was ending, so there wasn't a lot of joy in Mudville, as they say. But thank you. But endings of shows are hard. They're hard to write. They're hard to be, to be a part of. And everybody has an opinion about how they end, and you can never hit a home run with it. They jumped 3 years in what they were hoping to do in terms of the arc of the whole 7-year series, to cram that episode and the Federation and hurry up and make it all happen. So, it was awkward, and it kind of is what it was. So I didn't have a lot of feelings about it, other than I was sad the show was ending.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.